Do we really, when we think about prepping, do we really think about the weather? I don't think we do. I think we should. Here we go. Just so you know what that was about, that's the YouTube algorithm. Apparently it's actually reading words in the videos now. So yeah, we're gonna use that to our advantage. So yesterday I'm driving around, actually I was going someplace, and that pops up. Kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't exactly sure what to do. It's kind of hard to drive and read at the same time. So I glanced down at it. It's like, oh my God, I'm driving into a tornado. No way. I look to my left and what do I see? Wow. What do I do? So the smart thing to do is get the information, get that situational awareness, also known as SA. Fire up the old My Radar app, which we'll go over here in a second. Take a quick look and realize that I'm driving right into a tornado zone. So I decided to keep driving and kind of just maintain SA of where the storm is, what it's doing, and whether it's going to be smart to pull over someplace. At this point I realized that my path is just going to go straight across the front of this storm, but I realized I can drive faster than the storm can travel, and I can beat the storm. Basically drive right through the storm zone. And that's what I did. Was it the smartest thing to do? In this particular case, I think yes it was, because there was no way. I mean, I literally could have stopped, but I'd have been stuck there for an hour. The storm is right there. That storm, that red storm right there. Right there. People are pulling the hell over. I'm just going to keep going. I wasn't about to do that. It was just plain smart. Now, how does that relate to preps? Well, we never think about the weather. We always think about, oh, if it rains, I'll have a poncho, or I'll have a tent, or I'll have a tarp, but we never think about the weather in general. I'm not sure why, but maybe it's just the inclination to think that, oh, an EMP will go off and we won't have access to any of these tools. But I don't really think that's the case. I think that more than likely we'll have access to a lot of different things if things go south. And I think that we're going to be able to use these tools. So let's take a look at them. First app I want to talk about is called the My Radar app. It's available on both the App Store as Google Play and on the Microsoft Store. I love this app because it gives me near real-time radar. It shows me where storms are, and it can help me plan. It's got a weather forecaster on it that kind of pulls from NOAA. But in general, this is where I check my weather. Instead of looking at the actual weather forecast, I just open up the My Radar app and see if there's any rain headed my way. It's that easy. If the skies are clear, then likely the weather will be good. The next one is called Shadow Weather. And as you can see by the website, I'll put links below. It literally is just this. You can either download it on Android or get it on the iOS for the iPhone. But if you click the button like for Android, let me go ahead and I got the web page pulled up already. This is what it'll look like when you pull up Google Play. Shadow Weather is really neat because you can actually put in grid coordinates to where a place is, and it'll tell you what the weather is instead of like a generalized city or anything like that. It is also a widget in your phone, so it'll be there all the time up in the very top of your phone, and it can kind of give you weather forecasts. It'll also notify you. I think that's what notified me before was the Shadow Weather app to let me know I was going in. The next thing I want to look at, I'd recommend is the Dark Sky app. And now Dark Sky is made for Apple. You can get the app on your phone, and it's actually kind of neat, but I use it mostly in the desktop of my computer because I can literally put any place on the planet and it'll tell me what the weather's going to be there. Now, what's neat about this app is that when you start planning things in the future, maybe you've got a group get together, you want to go and check it out. You can actually put an address or a grid coordinate into the search bar up here on the top, and this is actually the address for NOAA's headquarters in Washington, D.C. You can see up a little
Yellow dot pops in the middle of the map, surrounding temperatures. With a heat map, it's going to tell you what the weather's generally going to be. But what I love about this is this thing has the projected forecast out to, I believe, 7 days. And then they have what they call the time machine. Now, the time machine is neat because you can actually see, based off of what the weather's done in the past, if I want to know, I've got a trip planned for, I don't know, September 3rd. No, let's go with the holiday, September 1st. And if I was going to do a camping trip on the front lawn of NOAA's headquarters in Washington, D.C., I now have a general idea based off of statistical data that the temperature is going to be somewhere between 70 and 82 degrees, that the probability of rain is less than 25%, the humidity is going to be a little high, the dew point is below the humidity, which means that it's going to be cloudy, but it won't rain, and it could be a little bit windy in the middle of the day. Who cares about the atmospheric pressure? And the UV index may be a little high. But that's kind of neat if you're talking about like planning stuff. The last thing that I want to talk about is actually NOAA Weather Service. Now, NOAA Weather Service is actually pretty neat because you could put in, this site does more than just this stuff right here. So, you know, if I put in Washington, D.C., and learn how to spell Washington, and then it's going to give me some choices. I'm going to say go to that, and then it's going to load that up for me. And this is what we're used to seeing. But let's say you're planning a morning visit to the DC area. You can actually scroll down here, go past the map, and go down to this little hourly weather forecast, and click on that, and this will tell you by the hour. Oh, look, looks like the rain's going to go down around 3 a.m. But other than that, during the day, it's mostly clear. And then you can actually go forward, I believe, up to 6 days. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty nasty. We don't want to be in there around Thursday, the 5th. But somewhere between 9 and 12 on the 5th, it's going to be nice, and then it's going to get crappy again. So it's a neat little tool for you to use.
So what did we learn today? Well, we learned that technology does work. It gives us the ability to make decisions based off of situational awareness. And that we can have more than one tool to get that knowledge that we need to make those smart decisions. Now, if you haven't noticed, down below, there's a new link. If you like what I'm doing, you want to support the channel, buy me a cup of coffee. If not, just keep watching for free. Also, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like bell or whatever it is down there, and we can keep going from there. As this is video number 2, in my 30-day video challenge. Thanks for watching, and as usual, stay safe, have a great day.